Hello guys and welcome to my new video. 4 highly competitive decks to start into the new Attack of the Vine meta. Before we dive into the deck list, don't forget to subscribe for more Lorcana videos, and now have fun, let's go. So the first deck list of today, classic Amber Steelsong mid-range, and I guide you through or walk you through the idea behind this list. There are basically a couple lines you could go. You can either like curve out with the new 1-drop Stitch, then into Ursula Vanessa as a single 4. Then you can start digging for songs with the new kind of Ariel, Miley and Lee, 3-cost inkable character, 2 strengths for willpower, quest to 1. And when you play her, you can look at the top 4 cards. We know that for the good old Ariel, and you may reveal a red panda card or a song card and put it into your hand. So you can start digging for songs, then you can immediately sing the song with Ursula Vanessa, and then you can either go into Agustin Madrigal. He's a 4-cost inkable character, 3 strength, 6 willpower, quest to 1, and he has support ability, and you can use Agustin's support ability the next turn to give one opponent's character plus 3 strength, and then follow up with a Gaston, a new card reveal. And I really love Gaston. He's a 5-cost inkable character, 3 strength, 4 willpower, quest to 1, and when you play this character you may banish chosen character with 5 strength or more. So it's kind of a world's greatest criminal mind on a stick. Unfortunately his body isn't the best, 3 strength, 4 willpower, easy to remove usually, only quest for 1, but still a very good line if you go Agustin into Gaston or Agustin into World's Greatest Criminal Mind to use the support ability. But you could also, like if you're on the draw, use Angel Underdog to play it in turn 1, sing Akud early, and immediately get access to Ariel Ethereal Voice in turn 2. And start drawing cards whenever you play a song with Ariel's ability. I also include for some more card draw Stitch Carefree Snowboarder. It's a 5-cost inkable character, 4 strength, 5 willpower, quest for 2, and whenever this character quests, you have 2 more characters in play, you may draw a card. And I think I really love the body, because 4 strength is enough to dodge Gaston, and 5 strength is enough to survive a Thunderbolt. So I really love the 4/5 body of Stitch Carefree Snowboarder, because in turn 5, or if you get it out early with an Akud, he can draw you a bunch of cards and quests for 2 lore. And of course I had to include the new Lilo and Stitch Amber Steel team up card, 5-cost inkable character, 3 strength, 5 willpower, also very solid body for a shift 3 card. Also has resist +1 and also support ability. You don't have to use the support ability on your own characters, but like I said with Agustin Madrigal, you could use the support ability on your opponent's character to use Gaston or World's Greatest Criminal Mind to remove this character. And also quest for 3. If you go Stitch into Ursula Vanessa and then shift Lilo and Stitch, in turn 3 already, you quest for 3, you have a 3/5 body with resist 1, which is very hard to remove for your opponent, and you can easily quest twice, maybe even 3 times with the new Lilo and Stitch team card. A test card I included after some testing is the new Mulan Floodborn Vineling, 4-cost inkable card, 3 strength, 3 willpower, solid body, 2 lore, and whenever you play this or another Floodborn character, unfortunately we don't have any other Floodborn characters in this deck, you may banish chosen item. And with all the Snowford decks and red-yellow boosted deck with Webby's Diary, I think Mulan is a very viable tech card in this Amber Steel build. You could also swap her for Benja maybe, he's a 3-drop character, but I like the 4-cost Mulan more, because in turn 3 you usually want to dig for songs with Miley and Lee. In turn 4 you can follow up with Mulan, destroy an item, and you already build up a nice board, have songs in your hand probably. So I really like Mulan as a 2-of Tesh card. So let's have a look at the song package here. We have 3 copies of World's Greatest Criminal Mind. Of course we have 4 copies of Akud and Moody to cheat out a character early on to pay 2 less ink. We have 4 copies of Strength the Raging Fire, 4 copies of Thunderbolt, and I included 2 copies of Look at This Family, a 7-cost inkable Sing Together song. And you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck and reveal 2 character cards and put them into your hand. So if you're looking for a specific character card, this card helps you getting there and getting it into your hand. For example, if you're looking for a Gaston for removal, if you're looking for some item removal with Mulan, you can sing together, put this card in the hand and play it immediately. And also, if you have Ariel Ethereal Voice on board already, use it and draw even more cards. So overall, I really love this starting point for Ambush Steel mid-range. If you want to copy this list, you will find the link in the video description below. And we go to the next competitive deck list I prepared for you. For 2 sets now, this Amber Ruby deck, Boosties, is one of the strongest you can play and is a nightmare for a lot of players. I took the shell, which was already good, and added new cards from set 13 to this deck and make it even better. We have Hercules, Scrooge McDuck and Aladdin as our main boost cards, which drawing us cards in combination with Webby's Diary. I included, of course, the new Gaston, 3 copies of the new Gaston. I already talked about it in the Amber Steelsong. And new in the mix, Sully and Boo package. We have Sully, 5-cost uninkable card, 4 strength, 4 willpower, so solid body for a 5-cost character. Quest for 1, he has bodyguard, so you want to play him exerted, and his second ability is what makes him really strong. When you play this character, you may return a character card from your discard to your hand. So if one of your cards get removed early, you can get it back from your discard. So maybe Scrooge McDuck, Hercules, whatever, use this card for ink and play it again. We also have the new Dual Ink Sully and Boo team up card in this deck to shift onto the Sully bodyguard. 6-cost inkable card, 6 strength, 5 willpower, quest for 2. He has combo shift 4, so you can shift it on Sully with 4 ink. And what makes him really strong is his ability. When this character is banished, if any of the cards that were under them were character cards, you may play those character cards from your discard for free. So you shift the new Dual Link Sully and Boo on the Sully bodyguard. When your Sully and Boo card gets removed, you can play the Sully bodyguard from your discard for free, and then you can get one character card back from your discard back to your hand. So you basically quest for 2, your opponent removes Sully and Boo, you play Sully for free again, leave him upright, that's important, you leave him upright so your opponent can't challenge him right away, and then the next turn, and you grab Sully and Boo card from your discard back again. And the next turn you can shift it again, quest for 2 again, your opponent might remove him again, and you do it over and over again. So this is a nice loop card, getting you lore, but also I really love the body of Sully and Boo because 6 strength, 5 willpower, he can take a lot of hits, he can hit very hard, take out almost every character card in the game, and later you can heal him also with Ohana Means Family, which is a strong play. Collect some damage on Sully and Boo, heal up, draw cards, and yeah, you will see this combo is insane. I also included two copies of the Horned King legendary card from set 13, 5-cost uninkable card, 5 strength, 4 willpower, quest for 1. And while this character is exerted, you may play characters from your discard. If you do, they enter play exerted. You pay all the costs for the characters you play from your discard, but if you look at the last remaining character I haven't talked about, the new Olaf, or the Olaf from set 11. He got really hyped in the last meta and in Infinity. It's a 9-cost inkable card, 4 strength, 4 willpower, quests for 2, and for each action card in your discard you pay 1 ink less to play this character. And when you play this character, each opponent loses 2 lore, so you can drain your opponent's lore. And with your Horned King, you can play Olaf from your discard, counting all your actions. You probably play him for 4, 3, whatever, maybe for free even, and you drain your opponent's lore, and you don't even mind if he comes in play exerted. So overall, there aren't many characters, only 29 characters in this build, but what makes this deck really strong are the actions. We have 20 actions in total, 3 songs and 4 items. We have Besties Assemble, 1-cost inkable action. You can look at the top 4 cards, you may reveal a character card and put it into your hand. The rest goes under the deck in any order. We have the Horseman Strikes for dealing with evasive cards. We have Ohana Means Family for drawing more cards and healing up your characters. We have the new Red Alert card, 4-cost inkable action, and you can banish chosen character with 3 strength or less. And if you have a monster character in play, you can even drain your opponent's lore by 1. So if you have a Sully and Boo card in play, or your Sully card, which is a monster card, You can even drain 1 lore from your opponent. And also, for some board wipe, I included 4 copies of Raging Storm, 8-cost uninkable card, and it just banishes all the characters. And for the song package, 3 copies of The Growing Pressure. I really fell in love with this card because what it does is protecting your characters from being challenged. Your opponent has to quest with the card. It replaces itself because you draw a card. So and it's another action or song card feeding your Olaf discount you want. So you want to get as many action cards in your discard. You want to find your Olaf, and you don't mind if Olaf goes into your discard because you then can get it back with Sully, with the Horned King, and like draining your opponent lots of lore. And for some card draw, of course, I had to include the Webby's Diary, 3-cost inkable item, and whenever you put a card under one of your characters or locations with boost, you may pay 1 ink to draw a card. So with all the characters we have with boost and with the location we have in boost, you can draw cards paying 1 ink, and this is our main card draw engine. And not many decks play item removal, so it's still Webby's time to shine until decks figure out a way to deal effectively with items. And the last card in the build, Scrooge Counting House. It's a 2-cost inkable location, 4 willpower, 1 lore, 1 moving cost, and you can boost it with 2 ink, and for each card under this location it gets +1 willpower, +1 lore. So you can easily like play it later in the game when you already control the board, boost it up, and gain lore after lore each turn. Overall, I really love this list. It's very consistent, a lot of 4-offs, a lot of 3-offs. I really love the deck. You should definitely try it. And yeah, if you want to copy it, as always, you will find the link to my Lorcana deck page in the video description below. And we go on to the next deck I prepared for you. Amber Emerald Elinors Toys. The deck is going crazy right now. Everyone is playing it, and that's for a reason, because it's very strong. But I try to go my own way, try to implement my own ideas, but we will get there in a second. I completely abandoned the Under the Sea line because I found, okay, yeah, sometimes it's just not effective enough. It's clogging up your hand and you just don't want to play it, can't play it. But let's give you the idea of my build right now. We have Aurora, of course, Woody and Alien character as a 1-drop. We have Grandmother Willow as a 2-drop card to cheat out cards early on with less ink. We have Rex as another toy character and bodyguard to protect our cards. We have Buzz Lightyear, and here it comes, we have the new Kevin. 2-cost inkable character, 1 strength, 3 willpower, he quests for 3, and whenever this character quests, you put this card on top of your deck. I tell you what's my idea behind, because if you don't find your Aurora in turn 1 and you find your Woody, you can play Kevin in turn 2, you can shift Woody in turn 3, you can then quest with Kevin, put it on top of your deck. You can then quest with Woody, draw a card, you draw Kevin, and then you can play a card which costs 2 or less for free. And then you can play Kevin again. And then you're already in turn 3, you at 5 ink, threatening 5 more the next turn. So if you don't find Aurora, if you don't find Grandmother Willow in your mulligan, so you can go the Elinor line, you can go the Woody Shift Kevin line, which is pretty strong against some decks. And pretty awesome to have an alternative for your game plan if you don't find your main game plan with Aurora, Grandmother Willow, and Elinor. Of course, I included some more toy characters, so like we have a lot of pairs of Woody, Jessie, and Bullseye. Of course, I also included 2 copies of Lenny. He's a 3-cost inkable character, 0 strength, 2 willpower, quest to 1. When you play this character, chosen opponent reveals their hand, and you can discard an action card of your choice. So you can like steal an Under the Sea yourself if you're up in a mirror, some sort of removal card draw or whatever with Lenny, and once during your turn, whenever you play an action, you can ready this character. So you can sing a song with him later and ready him immediately so he stays upright, and you can do the same thing later again. Of course, I had to include 4 copies of Elinor, the card everyone is talking about, 4-cost uninkable card, 3 strength, 4 willpower, quest to 1, and at the end of your turn, if you have 3 or more exerted characters in play, you can deal 1 damage to chosen opposing character, you gain 1 lore, and you can draw a card. So this is like a very good line. Like I said, you go Aurora, Grandmother Willow, drop another 1-cost character, and Elinor in turn 3, using your ability right away, drawing cards, dealing damage, and you get the idea. Very, very strong line, but I wanted to include like an alternative route. That's why I went with Woody, Shift Woody, and Kevin. Of course, I had to include the Legendary Queen from set 12, 4-cost inkable card, 5 strength, 3 willpower, quests for 1. When you play this character, you may draw a card. If you do, each opponent gains 2 lore. And while an opponent has more lore than you, this character gets +2 lore, which is also very strong. So you're giving your opponent lore when you play her, and the next turn you can quest for 3 with the Queen, which is also very, very strong. Like I said, we have the Shift Woody from set 12, and also we have 3 copies of the new Woody and Buzz Lightyear team up card, Amber Emerald, 7-cost inkable card, 4 strength, 4 willpower. The body, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's so easy to remove, but it's Shift 5, Quest for 3, and it has 2 abilities. When you play this character, if chosen opponent has more cards in your hand than you draw cards until you have the same number. So it's a similar effect than we know from Clarabelle, back from set 5, but it's on play, so you can still use the cards if you have ink remaining or singers on board. And whenever this character quests, you can also play a card which costs 2 or less for free, which is very, very strong. So similar effect than Woody, similar effect than Clarabelle, very unique ability. Questing for 3 is also very strong, and this card also lets you cheat out cards, go wide, which is a good strategy with this deck. I also included 10 songs. We have for some removal, World's Greatest Criminal Mind. You can banish chosen character with 5 strength or more. For some digging for toys, we have You've Got a Friend in Me, 3-cost inkable card. You can look at the top 4 cards and you remove up to 2 toy cards. That's the reason why I include so many toy cards in this build, and you can put it into your hand. And for some board control, I tried to play with Put That Thing Back, 4-cost inkable song, and we can return chosen character or item to the player's hands. So like disrupt enemy's game plan, send a card back to his hand or an item, or you can also choose one of your cards and send them back to your hand, play it again, use its effect again. Very, very strong card. We have some singers for this card also. Really, really strong. And I really like Put That Thing Back in this build. So you see no Under the Sea. Maybe I will slot it in later in the game, but right now I wanted to go Under the Sea less, and I really love this build. Very good results against them. Great variety of decks in my testing. If you want to copy this list, you will find the link in the video description below. And I have one more deck I want to show you today. Last deck for today, Blurple with some Amber Spice. So we have some sort of the honey deck, but there's only one Christopher Robin in this build and only one other honey character. But let's go through my card choices and the reasoning behind it really quick. So this deck is still in testing phase. I couldn't get in many games right now, only like 5 or 6 games, but the ones I had, they were fun. I'm at 50% win rate, and I love Blurple, and I love that Blurple is back to like an outsider position in the meta game, still finding its way, and I really love Blurple not being top deck of the format anymore, so I can start playing it again. But let's go through over the cards. We have Luisa Madrigal as a 1-drop character. Of course, we have the 5-cost Shift Luisa Madrigal in this build, so you can in turn 3 you can shift Luisa onto the small Luisa, and you already have a 5-cost character on board, which can be really strong because we have some 5-cost songs like Let It Go, What Else Can I Do, for ramping in this deck. In the 2-drop slot, I include 2 inkable options. We have Darkwing Duck, inkable, 4 strength, 1 willpower, quest 1. He has ward, so he will stick. And also we have Splatter Phoenix. I talked about it in my like underrated cards video. You can rewatch if you want. He's a 2-cost inkable card. He has the underdog abilities. You could play him in turn 1 if you're on the draw. He's 1 strength, 2 willpower, quests for 2, and he also has ward. But what both those cards do, they will stick for 1 turn at least, and then they can sing 1 jump ahead to ramp you up, which is really, really strong. So you want to play one of those cards, ramp with 1 jump ahead, later sing it. And Darkwing Duck is also a very good card with its 4 strength to fight board early. Fight other characters early. With 4 strength in turn 2, you can take out almost any card in the game right now early on. So Darkwing Duck is good for challenging the board early on. And then we get to the honey card, 3 cost inkable amber card, Kanga. 3 strength, 4 willpower, quest 1, but what makes this card so strong is the Singer 5 ability. So I tried to build more curve out Blurple deck with the honey Kanga in its mid. So you go Louisa, you go Darkwing Duck, you go Kanga, and in turn 4 you can sing one of the 5 cost songs you preferably want to sing. What else can I do? The 5 cost uninkable song. Looking at the top 2 cards, 1 into your hand, 1 into your inkwell, so you're ramping, and all of your characters gain ward. So Kanga is kind of protected if your opponent can challenge him, and you can redo this thing in the next turn. Of course, I had to include Cheshire Cat. Again, for some evasive challenging, I include 2 copies of Sven, having Rush, Challenger +3, and Evasive, and I included 3 copies of Set 11 Bell. 4 cost inkable card, 2 strength, 3 willpower, quest for 2, and whenever one of your characters is banished, you may put that card from your discard into your inkwell face down. And what she does is, you curve out, you challenge, your characters get banished, you put them into your inkwell, and you naturally ramp and gain more ink than your opponent. And also Belle sees herself going into the discard, and you can ramp with Belle herself. So if your Belle gets removed immediately, you can put her into the ink and ramp with herself. Also, Merryweather's back again. 4 copies of the Fairy with Ward. We have Hades looking for a deal. Also, some sort of removal card draw. Like I said, Louisa Madrigal. We have 4 copies of Demona, still one of the best cards you can play in Blurple. With the early ramp, you maybe get from, what else can I do? 1 jump ahead. You can play Demona early on, exert the entire board, draw up cards, refresh your hand. And with the cards already on board, you can challenge into the opposing characters. Like I said, there's 1 Christopher Robin, which gives us the opportunity to play different ink color honey cards, 6 cost inkable character, dual ink, amethyst, sapphire, 4 strength, 4 willpower, quest for 2. And when you play this character, you may search for a deck for a honey card, reveal it, and then you shuffle your deck. So you basically play Christopher Robin. If you have him, search for a Kanga, put it into your hand, and play Kanga later. And also for some spot removal, this is still one of the best cards to play. Hades, 7 cost uninkable card, put 1 opposing character into the inkwell. Let's get to the song package. We have 1 jump ahead for some early ramp. We have Let It Go for some spot removal, and we have what else can I do for like draw and ramp. And if this card was sung by a character of yours, all your characters gain ward, which can be really strong at against some steel cards or whatever removal cards your opponent has in its hand. And for some more card draw, 4 copies of Junior Woodchuck's Guidebook. Like I said, this Blurple list is still in like the developing phase, testing phase. Not many games in, but overall I like it. It's solid. Blurple is more like a curve out deck now. You play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You naturally ramp with Belle's ability, with 1 jump ahead. And yeah, you want to see Demona, you want to see Hades. If you like this Blurple list, let me know in the comment section. Where do you see Blurple in this format after rotation? What do you think will Blurple do? Where will it develop to? If you want to copy the list, like always, a link is in the video description below. So that's it for today. While you're watching this video, I'm in my well-deserved holiday. I will be back next week with new videos, new ideas. So have a good release weekend in your local game store. Support your local game store. Go there, play the pre-releases, buy some booster boxes, and support the game. If you're new to the channel, I'm always happy about new viewers, so hit subscribe, leave a like and a comment on this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Flokki.